instead of just grabbing your camera and saying, hey, I'm going to teach people how to do photography, which is what every photographer does with a camera. First, I want to start off by saying this video is not about me. It is about you. What's going on? Ryan Troy back with another video for you today. And in this video, I want to talk about what all of the photographers are doing that is a problem. Now, if you do YouTube or Instagram or even TikTok, just sit still. This applies to you as well. But since where I'm going to take it, it started with YouTube and those other places weren't really around, or at least in the space that they are now, I want to start there. Now, if you remember, there was times years ago where you had just a few people on YouTube that was in the photography space. And the biggest reason for that is the type of cameras, right? A lot of us photographers were either hybrid or we were just photographers, right? It really wasn't as many hybrid photographers as they are now, but it gave those OG creators on YouTube the ability to get all of these hundreds of thousands, if not millions of subscribers. And even if they're not active right now, they still have that large audience. But as mirrorless cameras started getting popular and everybody got one, it kind of gave us all the ability to have this hybrid title that we can put with our stuff. Our camera shot amazing video, just like amazing photos. And with that, what did all the photographers tend to do? They wanted to be a YouTuber. They wanted to make a YouTube channel. Now, that's great and all as far as content creation and all of that. I want everybody to do all of the content creation they can, because I'm just going to be honest with you, it's a lot of money out here. It's a whole lot of money out here, and more money than any of us could do anything with. So as being photographers and all of that, you know, I definitely want us to get into content creation. But here is the problem, right? As you see, there are so many photographers on YouTube now where if you search anything, it's going to be, you're going to have a lot of options as far as to choose from. And from what I realized from a lot of people that do YouTube that are photographers is they give up so fast because they feel like they aren't getting that reach that they need. And what they're saying is true. It's so many. How can you stand out? And at this point, I think everybody did about everything that you can do to stand out as far as just being a dedicated photography channel, right? So what I want to put out there is this, right? And I've experimented with this, but as I said in the beginning of the video, this video isn't about me, it's about you. For all of the genres of content creation, it really boils down to two areas. That is one, entertainment, and two, education. Now with this channel is more of a education channel, right? And the biggest problem with a lot of people that go into YouTube is that go into YouTube as a photographer is they want to teach photography. But I say don't limit yourself to just wanting to teach photography. And this is what I mean. Why did you start doing photography in the first place, right? And let me give you an example. There are a lot of sports photographers that are out there, right? What is the reason why you think a lot of them became sports photographers and not, I don't know, any other type of photographer, like a wedding photographer? Are they into sports? Well, this is what you have to realize. With us having these expensive cameras and all of these other things, there are so many different things that are made up inside of us that we have other interests in, right? And we have this advantage having these nice cameras compared to just scroll on YouTube and just look at people and all of the videos you search. Because I know that you do not just get on YouTube and search photography, because I know I don't. It's so many different things that I search. But this video isn't about me, it's about you. So once you find like one of your interests, one of the things that you are really into, I say from there, you just pretty much go into creating a channel on that. And then the thing about it is when you think about it, the photography niche, right? When you become a photographer, educator, you put yourself into this super niche area. And even I did it myself. Like, think about this, right? Let's just talk about a photography channel in general, right? It falls under the category of art. Art is very broad. It's a lot of different type of arts, right? or different type of art. I do photography. All right, cool. So now from the millions and millions, if not billions of people that care about art, I just separated myself into this little sector of photography. Now from photography, I shoot with a Nikon camera, right? Now I just separated myself even further to Nikon cameras. Now that doesn't mean that people that watch my, like everybody that watch my channel owns a Nikon, right? Like a video like this is very broad compared to, okay, I just did this shoot with a AD400 with a Nikon Z8, right? That's extremely niche, and a lot of my stuff is off-camera flash and it's Nikon, whether it's lenses or anything like that. So that is very, very niched. But what I'm trying to tell you is you don't have to be so niche when you make your channel or when you make your content, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Instagram, whether it is TikToks. You don't have to be so niche like that. Now, one thing that I do like is a lot of people that go into the entertainment spot on photography, because like me, myself, I only really could do education, right? But there's so many people that take like moments of things that we can relate to, and they make these funny reels or these funny TikToks, and their channel or their page blows up. They get all of these subscribers, all of these follows, and everything like that. That is great. It's so broad with that. Think about it. If I'm talking about Nikon Z8 and you're talking about things that photographers experience just in general, who do you think will get more attention? Who do you think will get more traction, right? There are a lot of people out there that love food, they love cooking, and you have all of the tools and everything that you need to stand out compared to just your regular person that's maybe really, really good at cooking, but know absolutely nothing about content creation. Now, yes, you can go out there and find somebody and do content creation for them, but that's what I'm saying. We have so many different things that we're into. I'm into Lakers. I caught myself doing it again. I keep forgetting. This video is not about me. It is about you. Now, a lot of the disadvantages that come with having like a photography, especially like education, whether it's education or entertaining channel, it's so much time that you put into it. And I'm not complaining, because I'm gonna do it regardless. But it's like, think about it. You go out, you got to set up a photo shoot, right? And we all know what comes with that. You got to make sure that you get a model, and then make sure that the model comes, which is why I just like working with the same model, because I don't really have to worry about that. But either way it goes, you got to make sure that they come. Let's say you don't own the studio. Okay, now you're paying for studio time. You do the video. This is like the part that really drains out the most, right? Editing the photos, right? Because for one, unless you're paying the model every single time, and then at that point, I guess you really don't owe them anything. But let's say you're not paying them every time, and y'all are collabing them just like you do with anything else. They want pictures, you get the pictures you want, you got to make it even, right? So you may spend a week, editing the photos, but think about every single thing that you did. You set the photo shoot up. It's not like you called the model and said, hey, let's go today and do this. It's time that was in that. Maybe it's next week, maybe it's 2 weeks. You rent the studio time. If it's not studio time, you go outside, you get the wardrobe. There's so much stuff that you do. And let's say you post it to YouTube to your 7,000, 10,000, 200 subscribers, and it goes nowhere, right? That can discourage you. That really can. But the reason why, once again, is because of how niche the photography, education, or entertainment spot is on YouTube. It's no need to, and you can still do it, right? Like I said, content creation is so much money out here, right? The bigger your channel get, the more you can negotiate with your sponsors and all of that. Me personally, I love doing reviews. I love doing reviews, but I love doing other things too. And I know that I could touch a bigger audience. And I don't want you to think that this channel is going anywhere or that I'm stopping. I am, however, thinking right now of what it is that I feel like I can do something like this, where I'm just sitting here talking to the camera and talking about whatever subject or topic that's not related to YouTube with a nice quality like this, and get into that niche that I feel like I could do every single day, because I love creating content. And I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all out there love creating content, and y'all have all of this nice stuff. It's no reason not to put all of this nice stuff that you have into production with something else. If you need to go through TikTok and just scroll, because the best thing about it is the algorithm lets you know exactly what it is you like. The same way we are hoping that our stuff get to the right audience, YouTube is doing that for you. You cut on YouTube, you cut on Instagram and go to the reel section, you go to TikTok and just swipe. They already have an algorithm of things that you like, right? So that's the easiest part, is just finding out what you like and seeing, can you do what you like to do with the equipment that you have to reach a bigger audience, to make this money that I keep telling you that's out there. Can you do it? And I think that you can. So instead of just grabbing your camera and saying, hey, I'm going to teach people how to do photography, which is what every photographer does with a camera, or, either make it funny, make it something, instead of saying you're going to teach them how to do off-camera flash and all this other stuff, give us some things that we can relate to, whether it's shorts, whether it's TikTok. Just give us something we can relate to. It's so broad of an audience. You would do great, right? But you got to be funny, or you got to have funny ideas, right? Either do that, or just don't jump into just straight education. I mean, try it. And if you don't feel like you're doing good at it, don't give up content creation. It's 2024. It's more than just photography now. Our stuff can let us do so much more than just photography, right? If you are a wedding photographer, why did you start wedding photography? Do you love love? Do you love people? Like, it's something about you that got you there. It's something. Tap into that. Create content about that, right? Create content about it. You have so many options, and you have an advantage over anybody else, because we have the lights, we have the cameras, we have every single thing that we need. In my case, I have this mic. I had a podcast before, which is why I like stuff like this, direct things like this. I love it. So tap into what it is. Comment down below. Tell me what some of your interests are. Let's get some channels. Let's get some creator stuff going on your TikToks, on your Instagram, and let's start making this money from the content spot, doing things that you actually love to do. Now, I'm not saying that you don't love to do photography, because I do, but what I'm telling you is, you want a bigger return on investment, get out the photography education space, okay? Or if you just love teaching photography that much, then maybe this is what you were meant to do. So keep doing it. But till the next time, peace.